Hello, my name is Jasmine and welcome to my channel. Feel free to like and subscribe if you like this video and check me out on Instagram as well. So today I'm actually going to be talking about what bodybuilding prep is. Reason being, a little while ago I was at a hot tub party and two of my friends there are gay men and they said, "Why do you keep saying prep?" I was like, "What do you mean? What do you mean? Like, that's what it's called." They're like, "Oh, well, PrEP's the medication that you have to stop getting HIV if your partner has HIV. I was like, "Oh yeah, I literally forgot there was something else called PrEP." So they were really confused when I was messaging saying, "Oh, I'm on PrEP, I can't do that. I'm on PrEP, I can't do this." So they were like, "Well, you can." So basically, I realised that once you're in the bodybuilding world, you just throw out the, "Oh, I'm on PrEP, but most people don't know what bodybuilding prep actually is, so I thought I'd explain it in this video. So in its essence, what bodybuilding prep is going on a really restrictive diet for a period of time to lose fat while keeping muscle. And when I say lose fat, it's getting to a point where you are stage lean, and stage lean basically means that you can only see your muscle. I got to about 11% body fat to be stage lean. It was determined by one of those machines you stand on in the gym with the hand grips and the foot panels. So I don't know how accurate it actually was, but you know, it's a scarily low percentage of body fat to actually get to the point where you can see your muscle definition properly. So prep in its essence is a diet with increased cardio. My prep was 14 weeks, and in 14 weeks I went from this to this. So as you can see, I have lost a lot of the fat around my legs. Women tend to store fat more in their legs and their bum anyway. Not every woman, but most women find that they store it there. So to get to a point where you could see my actual muscle definition, but not muscle striations, not muscle separations, which is what they want for bikini. So just, I have a quad, not here's the lines of my quad. To get to that point, I had to get to a really low body fat percentage. So for my 14 weeks of prep, I had to eat completely clean. So what this means is lots of whole foods. I didn't even have birthday cake. My birthday was during the prep time. I didn't have a protein brownie that day. I had my candle in an aubergine, which is an eggplant if you're in America. So for that period of time, you're super strict, you only eat whole foods. I had a lot of rice, chicken and veg. So it's very restrictive what you get to eat, and you don't have things like sugars, you don't have things like processed foods, and you have to do a lot more cardio than you would normally do. So I started off doing about 3 days of cardio at my 14-week point, and towards the last month I was doing 7 days of cardio a week for pretty much the last 35 days or so. So it does get quite intense because you're dropping your calories during this point too, playing about with the carb level to try and lose the fat but keep the muscle, and you're doing increased cardio, and you're still doing your weight training as well. So it's a very intense period for your body, but prep is also a very intense period for your mind, because you know, when I got to 11% body fat, women need 13% to make hormones. So you're messing about with your hormone levels because you're not actually having enough fat to make them. During prep, I would literally sit there, and we have our toilet upstairs, and I would need to pee really badly, and my legs were just so tired from 7 days of cardio, from less carbs, from less food in general, from still weightlifting, from still going to work. I would sit there and be like, I don't need to pee that badly. I'll just wait until I have to go upstairs to bed. It was difficult to move. It was difficult to do anything that required energy. After about 5 weeks to go, it was difficult to do anything that required energy. My mood was absolutely terrible. I had no patience. I would snap at my partner very easily because you're just not making enough hormones, you're not making enough, you know, well, basically, anyone who does a no carb diet, if you've ever seen them have a mood swing, it's like that with prep. We do have carbs, but they're so limited. And actually, I had 10 days without carbs at all. So basically prep is this time when you're mentally pushed because you haven't got enough carbs, you're very exhausted, you have very low energy, you're not making hormones, your thyroid hormone's probably tanked, so you feel really lethargic, you have no libido, even though you look the best you've ever looked in your life. So mentally it's challenging, physically you're exhausted, but you look better and better as the week goes on. I find it one of the funniest things about bodybuilding actually when I went through it, is that when I was stage lean, everyone said, wow, you look so strong, you must be so strong. But I felt so weak at that point. I felt like I had no energy left at all. So when people say they're on prep, what they're doing basically is becoming very mentally tired, physically tired, looking very good, but you have to understand if someone says, oh, sorry for snapping at you, I'm on prep, it really is a thing. Like, it really is, prep brain is a thing. You get foggy, you can't remember things properly, and you just get very tired and you get very drained of energy. So this is what bodybuilding prep is. I've made it sound super inviting, I know, but it's just one of those things you have to do if you want to be a bodybuilder, you know. It's not easy. If it was easy, everyone would do it. It's not fun, but that's what makes it so rewarding, that you manage to get through it. And it's mentally challenging, but then you know once you've done it that you can literally do anything, because you get to a point where your body's screaming at you to eat a piece of cake and you don't do it because you're on prep and you've got this goal, and then you can just really look forward to after the show when you can eat the cake. So I hope that helps you to know what bodybuilding prep is. Basically, it's a fancy name for a very restrictive diet, and to also know that it's not mentally or physically fun, but it's one of those things you have to do if you want to be a bodybuilder. So I hope this was insightful, and let me know if it was, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you, bye, take care of yourselves.